Hi, and welcome to another Harry's Hobbies video, and I'm working on the Mud Creek models, Wayman Shipping, a little diorama that I've got right here. And what I'm going to be covering in this video is the weathering that I do, and I have this is a brown wash, and I probably won't be using too much of this, but I have these other washes, as you can see right up here. These are all lined up, and these are from a game shop, and I actually got them at a garage sale. So what I'll do is I'll take a pretty good sized brush, you can see here, and some of the wash. Now what I did do for these is I thin these with alcohol so that it will actually evaporate out a little faster. And then I take, in this case, this is just a, well, it says flesh wash, but it's a little darker than that, than a flesh. And then I get to where I dribble some onto it so that I can spread it out. And let's knock over all of the other ones. And generally I don't use all of the different colors. I do use quite a bit of them. But I just start by dribbling and taking the brush, and then I spread this out. And like I said, the alcohol helps it to dry quite a bit quicker. And it makes it a little bit easier, for me anyway, it makes it a little bit easier to spread out. And then yes, I even use it on the boards around the edges. And that goes all the way around it. Now I go all the way around the building with the same color. And you can see here, it's weathering this out on this side. And then I'm even going to use some of this on the roof to help weather this out. And then the nice thing about using alcohol as a somewhat of a thinner is by the time you get around to the back where you started, it's generally pretty dry. Just want to make sure that's the right color. Then I'm going to start here and just do a real light. This is a sepia tone. And again, I dribble them on. Brush that out so that it'll get a nice coverage and give it more of that weathered out look. And when you're weathering, of course, buildings aren't going to weather at the same rate over the entire building. So that's the reason that I like to let it, just brush it on and let it run, so that you do get a little bit of differences in how things look. Because in some areas, you know, you're going to have a little thicker weathering because the water might sit in an area of the building, and in other areas it might not. So those areas, you know, some areas are going to be darker and some areas are going to be lighter. I'm going to use this on the bottom here. I'm going all the way around again. And then I'll let this dry, and I may add a little bit extra here and there of a different color, but out of the 9 available colors that I had, I only used 2 this time. And it'll still work out nicely. Now I've set this aside and let it dry for a few minutes. And in the slideshow, I'm going to try to put together a before weathering and after weathering shots so that you can see how it really turned out. So I hope you enjoyed this short little weathering video. It's ran about 7-8 minutes long, something like that. So stay tuned for the slideshow. That's coming up right next. And once again, thanks for watching.